only
Got
has
you.
4.2 million
You
US
are a very
dollars.
hard person to
Iran can
reach.
only afford
And
up to
then,
5.5
4
million
exclusive
US
Amir.
dollars. Even
So this
Israel,
is the
arguably a
very
wealthy
special
country in the
occasion.
Middle East,
The
only
meeting
allocates
of
24.3 million
titans.
US dollars.
Now, let me open the kimono
Despite the
and show
lowest
you
budget, Saudi
my
Arabia can
business.
strengthen its
I
power
want
by making
you to
large-scale weapon
invest
purchases.
in a
In
partnership.
early
There is a
2021, this
chain
country was
of
even
salvage
reported as
yards
the world's
going into
largest importer
administration.
of military
Buy one
weapons.
of them, and it
One
will be
prominent
the
example is
start
the
of
procurement of
something
their
very
mainland defense
profitable.
system equipment.
Well, come on.
Based on
What's more do
obtained
you need to
data,
know?
Saudi Arabia
Let's
imports
pull the
their main
trigger.
battle tank
Come
from the
on,
United
baby.
States,
Let's hustle.
namely
Let's
the
grind. Let's
M1A2
make
S
some
Abrams.
paper.
This
I'll
tank
be in
seems to
touch.
be a favorite of Saudi Arabia, as at the end of 2021, they purchased an additional 153 units. In terms of specifications, the M1A2S is 32 feet long, 12 feet wide, 8 feet high, and weighs up to 73.6 tons. This tank can reach speeds up to 44.7 miles per hour and is equipped with the main weapon, the 120 MMM 256A 174 cannon made by Rheinmetall, Germany. The effective firing range of this weapon reaches 2.5 miles. What's more deadly, the ammunition used is the M829A3 APFSDS, a new advanced ammunition from America. This ammunition can travel at a speed of 5,478 feet per second. In addition, this ammunition is also equipped with a new penetrator system claimed by America to be able to penetrate modern armored vehicles. Historically, the American M1A2 Abrams has become a favorite in the Middle East because it has been tested in several conflicts, from the Gulf War in 1990, the Afghanistan War in 2001, the Iraq War in 2003, the Egyptian Revolution in 2011, to the Saudi Arabian invasion of Yemen in 2015. With the presence of the M1A2S Abrams, Saudi Arabia's main land defense system equipment line becomes more diverse. They have 1,273 tanks, 85,140 armored vehicles, 665 artillery launchers, and 186 rocket launchers. After discussing the main land defense system equipment, let's move on to the Saudi Arabian Navy. As a country known for its barren desert region, there isn't much to see in terms of their main naval defense system equipment capacity. Saudi Arabia only has 7 frigates, 4 corvettes, 39 patrol boats, and 3 minesweepers. This means this country doesn't have a single submarine, which is actually a key component in the strength of the main naval defense system. Interestingly, the development of the main naval defense system in the future also does not involve submarines. At the 2022 World Defense Show, Saudi Arabia instead purchased a new HDF 3800 SA frigate. This frigate is claimed to have the ability to face airwork 364 fighter jets, 265 support aircraft, and 292 helicopters. At the end of 2022, there was close cooperation between China and Saudi Arabia, as Saudi Arabia spent up to $4 billion to
Als je bij ons komt werken, heb je de kans op groeien en om je eigen carrièrepad te bepalen. Samen met mijn collega's maak ik het verschil voor onze klant. Wij zijn gek op salariskopen.
Fairmount verwerken wij om 70.000 salarisstroom. Als jij je collega's nodig hebt, dan kun je erop rekenen dat ze voor je klaarstaan. En die de HR-starten vanaf 16 uur komen naar een hoger niveau willen tillen.
Dus, ben je toe aan een nieuwe uitdaging in de wereld van HR en payroll? Solliciteer dan bij ons en help ons de volgende stap te zetten.
Buy main defense system equipment from the Bamboo Curtain country. One type of prominent purchase is the CH-4 drone. This advanced drone has the extraordinary flying ability as a reconnaissance drone with a range of up to 3,106 miles and can fly for 40 hours non-stop. Its maximum speed reaches 270 miles per hour. What's scarier, this CH-4 drone is recorded as one of the drones with high attack capabilities because it can carry 6 weapons with a total weight reaching 760 pounds. Of these 6 weapons, most are ground missiles fired at a height of 16,404 feet above sea level, making this attack difficult to detect by enemy radar. If this purchase goes smoothly, it's not impossible that Saudi Arabia will expand their drone purchases with more advanced ones from China, like the CH-6. Despite its abundant wealth, Saudi Arabia apparently has a major weakness in terms of military personnel. Overall, this country only has a total of 350,000 personnel, consisting of 225,000 active personnel, 0 reserve personnel, and 125,000 paramilitaries. This number is worrying considering the Middle East often experiences conflict. Therefore, compulsory military service often becomes an issue there as a preventive measure in facing emergency conditions. This issue is also supported by the Grand Mufti of Saudi, Sheikh Abdul Aziz Al Sheikh, who sees a decrease in the interest and motivation of young people in joining the army, even though the salary of soldiers in Saudi Arabia is quite large, between $1,500 to $5,500. However, with the peace between Saudi Arabia and Iran and warm relations with Israel, it can be assured that Saudi Arabia's position will continue to be safe. Even with the support from many surrounding countries, Saudi Arabia's military ranking can continue to rise from its current rank, which is 22nd in the world.
Let's delve deeper into the military prowess of Egypt.
Maar na 2 uur hebben ze de verkeersplaats nog steeds niet gevonden. En beseffen ze dat ze toch echt verdwaald zijn.
Firstly, let's explore the composition of Egypt's military personnel. According to globalfirepower.com, Egypt boasts a total military personnel count of 1,220,000. This total comprises 440,000 active duty members, 480,000 reservists, and 300,000 paramilitary personnel. However, in terms of sheer numbers, this military presence is relatively modest. When considering the entire population of Egypt, the military makes up just 1.13% of its 107,770,524 citizens. Therefore, Egypt has a considerable pool to draw upon to augment its military ranks, especially given that the country mandates military service ranging from 12 to 30 months. This ensures a steady flow of trained individuals into the reserves. Moving from personnel, let's turn our attention to Egypt's military budget. The data reveals that Egypt allocates $4.35 billion for its military. Just like its military personnel ratio, this budget represents only 1% of Egypt's gross domestic product, which stands at a substantial $404.1 billion. This modest allocation makes sense when considering Egypt's current economic challenges. The nation often grapples with economic hardships and is frequently labeled as an impoverished country. Additionally, Egypt is known for its increasing debts. As of the end of 2022, the country incurred further debt, borrowing more than $2.9 billion from the International Monetary Fund. Interestingly, despite borrowing from the IMF in 2022, Egypt was found to have agreed to supply weapons to Ukraine. This decision became a subject of international debate as many viewed Egypt's move as unwise. Not only were they supplying weapons amid their own economic turmoil, but by sending arms to Ukraine, Egypt was ostensibly betraying Russia. As many of us know, Russia holds Egypt in high regard. One testament to Russia's fondness for Egypt is evident in their arms trade. For instance, within the army, Egypt purchased the S-400 missile system from Russia. Introduced in April 2007, this system is a ground-to-air rocket launcher designed to destroy enemy ballistic missiles. In terms of specifications, the S-400 is capable of carrying a range of ammunition. One of its most potent missiles is the 48 N6DM, which can reach distances up to 150 miles and altitudes of 88,500 feet. When launched, this missile can speed up to about 6,560 feet per second, tasked with destroying targets traveling at speeds of 15,748 feet per second. Given these specifications, the S-400 is a vital asset for Egypt, especially since they're situated in the Middle East, a region rife with armed conflicts. Yet, Egypt's arms trading paints a somewhat contrasting picture. While they do possess Russian-made armament, they also purchase weapons from the United States. A case in point is their acquisition of the M1 Abrams, a leading tank in the U.S. arsenal. Often hailed as a dominant force in contemporary armored warfare, the M1 Abrams stands out in its class. In terms of armament, the M1 Abrams utilizes a 120 mm L44M 256 smoothbore gun capable of firing up to 42 rounds of various advanced ammunition types. Besides its impressive firepower, the M1 Abrams boasts a robust protection system, which the U.S. claims can withstand high-impact blasts, chemical weapons attacks, and even biological weapons. By all specifications, this tank is truly formidable. These two ground weapon systems complement Egypt's considerable land arsenal, which includes 4,664 tanks, 77,596 armored vehicles, 3,678 artillery launchers, and 1,575 rocket launchers. The peculiarities in Egypt's arms procurement aren't limited to just the ground forces. Their air force exhibits a similar trend. Having collaborated with both Russia and the United States for ground weaponry, Egypt's air arsenal sees cooperation with China. In recent discussions, Egypt has shown interest in procuring 12 units of China's J-10 Firebird fighter jets. In terms of specifications, the J-10 is a dependable fighter jet renowned for its flying agility and maneuverability, largely credited to the thrust vectoring technology of its twin turbojet engines. While executing missions, the J-10 can reach speeds of Mach 1.8 or 1,380 miles per hour. Its operational range extends to about 1,815 miles with a combat radius of 1,615 miles. Beyond its speed and agility, the J-10 boasts formidable weaponry. This ranges from air-to-air rockets to air-to-surface missiles and integrated bombing systems. The YJ-91 missile stands out as its primary air-to-surface weapon due to its 75-mile radius and piercing speed of 2,685 miles per hour. With a 198-pound warhead, this missile can decimate strategic enemy structures. China's state-of-the-art LT-2 laser-guided bomb, claimed to have over 90% precision effectiveness, complements the J-10's arsenal. The J-10 Firebirds are set to augment Egypt's air weaponry, which already encompasses 333 fighter jets, 411 specialized mission aircraft, and 417 helicopters. From land and air, let's transition to the naval forces. Egypt's naval lineup showcases their seriousness with 8 submarines, 48 patrol vessels, 23 minesweepers, 7 corvettes, 13 frigates, and 2 helicopter carriers or light aircraft carriers. The helicopter carrier Egypt employs is the Mistral class, sourced from France. This ship has a substantial carrying capacity, capable of transporting 40 tanks, 450 troops, and up to 35 helicopters. With possession of such a helicarrier, Egypt firmly established itself as a nation with a formidable naval force, even within the volatile Middle East. The United Arab Emirates, often likened to a little Sparta, this characterization was given by General James Mattis, a former United States Secretary of Defense. The UAE, with a population of just around 9.3 million, ranks second in military might on the Arabian Peninsula, only surpassed by Saudi Arabia. Despite their small number of troops, the UAE's military has proven to be both active and efficient. A straightforward reason for the UAE's impressive military power is its hefty defense budget. In 2023, according to data from Global Firepower, the UAE's defense expenditure stands at approximately $25 billion. This places them in the 15th position globally for the highest military budgets. If you feel that this number seems low, let's put it into perspective by comparing the UAE's defense spending as a percentage of its GDP to that of Germany, which ranks 5th in global military spending. World Bank data indicates that, as of 2014, the UAE's military expenditure was around 5.6% of its GDP. In contrast, Germany's defense spending in 2021 was just 1.3% of its GDP. This implies that the UAE allocates a significantly larger portion of its resources to defense compared to Germany. The UAE's commitment to its defense is undeniable. Moreover, projections indicate that the UAE's defense investments will sharply rise from 2024 to 2028, exceeding $129 billion US. As previously mentioned, in the Middle East, only Saudi Arabia surpasses the UAE in defense sector investment.
Echt als ik één dag een game vond ik slecht. Het is toch een beetje raar? Als je één dag een game
However, the UAE isn't just a consumer of military equipment from various countries. They have started strategizing a two-pronged approach to potential countries to bolster their defense industry. Indonesia, with its PT Pindad, is among the nations that have entered defense business agreements with the UAE. In essence, the military prowess of the UAE is definitely a force to be reckoned with. The United Arab Emirates might surprise you when it comes to the size of its military personnel. With a standing force of around 77,000 individuals, 65,000 of these are active duty personnel with no reserve members. The remaining 12,000 serve in a paramilitary capacity.